Welcome back, everybody, to the 2024 Derby City Classic. This is round 7. I am your host, Scott Frost, aka The Freezer, and we have a treat for you. This is the Bank Pool Division, like I said, and it is Joshua Filler versus John Mora. Filler has no losses. Mora has one loss. Lost to Roland Garcia in round 6. The rules: lag for the break. Filler won the lag. It's a winner break format following that. The first to make any 5 balls wins the game. Any scratch will cost you a ball. There are no kicks, combos, or caroms, and you must call your pocket. I expect a good one here. Could be a blowout on either end. We all know the man at the table is probably the best player on the planet at the moment and has been for a little while. He has got a ball down, and the 5 is dressed up nicely. He's going to play the 5 to the top middle, cross side. Touch of outside English. It's going to come all the way around. He will have a shot on the 2 at worst. Well, he's a little bit hampered by the 9. Can cue it quite well. Then again, he cues everything quite well. Everything opens up now. He's got the 8 to the lower right. Playing for 2. 6 in the lower left. Does he draw out of this? I think he has to. For position anyway. Or does he stun up? Little interesting. Playing this cross side. And a quick 5 and out sends a pretty good message to Mr. Mora. Filler leads 1 game to 0. And I think that game took around 1 minute. And this video is brought to you in cooperation with Bad Boys Billiard Productions. Thank you so much for your partnership. Filler to break, looking to pocket the 7 in the lower right. Well, never a doubt. What does the 9 do? What does the 1 do? Boy, he is going to do some damage again, I believe. The 9 in the lower middle. And he is on a 6-ball run. They do not carry over. So it is 1 ball to 0 this game. Playing the 1 to the top left. Cross corner. Wow. These balls are going in clean. That's a bad sign for not only Mora, but the rest of the field. Three straight back to the top right. Wow, this ball held up. Notice the draw he got out of that ball. He barely hit it. Like, he did not put much power into it. He goes through the ball so pure. His cue finishes so well. How does Morra respond with that 7-ball run? Pretty good. Nice strike there on the green 6. Filler leading 2 balls to 1. Going at the 5 to the top middle. got to cut this more than you think, especially if you hit it with a little pace. Yeah, and that's it, right? It's going to come short. If you hit it with any pace, you've got to cut it more than you think, and he knows that. It still just came shorter than he expected. Boy, he's playing the 7 cross corner. He's going to have to spin this with a lot of inside. And he did. Wanted to get the cue ball up. Johnny might play the 5 cross side. It's a thin hit, but it's definitely a big pocket. Quickly down on the ball. Watch the cue ball here. Yeah, I knew that cue ball was going to get loose. He's avoided both corners. Nice hit. 2 balls apiece. So a pretty good response. I don't see any weakness in his stroke, that's for certain. Is he going straight back at this? Pretty aggressive. That 4's a big ball. Oh, wow. Wow. Filler giving him the tap of approval. What a hit by Mora, who suddenly jumps in the lead 3 balls to 2 this game. Is he looking at the 2-railer to the top left on the 8? The problem is, are you going to leave something good for filler if you don't make it? Cross corner on the 4. I like it. The cue ball will finish in the top left. A little short, a little firm. Doesn't want to lose that rock. He's lost it a little bit. This is the IQ of filler, making life difficult for Mora. And that's okay. He had bad intentions there. Wanted to corner hook Mora. But still recognizes the value of leaving distance in the cue ball up there like that. Due to the position of the 4, you cannot easily come off of the 3 and go back up table. The 7 is so close to the side rail. It's pretty fascinating to recognize the IQ of Mr. Filler. Boy. Going all out here on the 3. Yeah. Tough shot there. I don't know that this will end well for him. Does the 7 play in the lower right? If not, he's got the 8. He's got the 3. A massive game here for Mora, more so than filler. You do not want to be trailing 2 games to 0 to this guy with a loss in the tournament already. And that was cleanly struck, but just short. Maybe overhit a hair. This 3 does cross corner. Pretty natural, too. Yeah, he's not going to be thrilled with that. You just can't miss that against this guy. He's responded well against him after the 7 ball opening, but that's not going to get it. He didn't want to run into the 7. I promise you. Can he see enough of the 4 to play it to the lower left? I think he can. Inside ball. And he's overcooked it. Once again, though, aware of the position of the 3 in the top left. Mora would like to get a corner hook here. Valiant effort. And not easy, right? He's left filler deep in the pocket. No. Yeah, very, very difficult. How is this going to finish? Is he going to get away with it? Well, if he didn't, he definitely didn't leave anything easy. More quickly going to the cross corner on this 7. Is he going to use the 4 to slow the cue ball down and avoid the kiss, or will the 4 kiss the 7? He's overcooked it. So last 2 cross corners by Morra been a fraction thick. And too many opportunities at the table for this guy. Result in disaster. Surprising couple misses by filler. Not giving him more credit than he deserves. He is just that good. The door is opened, no doubt, for John Morra. He's got to take advantage. Cross side to the top middle. Just don't overhit this. And he's overhit it. I do not understand why he hit it so hard. Probably a bit uncomfortable. The adrenaline's kicked in. Not thrilled with it, right? No reason to hit that real hard, but we always want to do it. Even the pros. Amateurs tend to hit things much harder than necessary. A lot more than pros do, but pros do it all the time. And here comes filler. You just can't give him too many opportunities. He will finish you off the moment he smells blood in the water. 5 in the lower right. Morra has to let it go. It's going to be trailing 2-0 here real quick. And that is the result of that last error by Morra. 2-0, Joshua Filler. Thank you so much to these stream sponsors: Hustling Clothing USA, JB Custom Handcrafted Cases, Jerry Olivier Custom Cues, Littman Lights, and last but not least, Locked and Loaded Custom Billiard Apparel. Filler would like to get this over with quickly, playing the 3 in the lower right. Like it had eyes. Sweat Snowburger right there in the middle. Really, really nice. He's got a bank on the 1. Looking at the 6. I think the 1 is a little more natural. It's a big starter right here. Gets this down. Things open up. Oh, and he's come short. So a little chink in the armor by Filler. We've noticed in the last game and a half or so Looked to me like Mora was really going to take advantage. Just made a couple small errors, and that's all it takes. He's playing the 3 to the lower left. And that's nicely struck. This is another man that goes through the ball extremely clean. Q finishes very, very well, consistent every time. 6 to 8 inch follow through. Gonna play the 1, the top right, cross corner. It's a high right ball. Clean, very clean. And you notice when he hits him at that medium speed, there really never is a doubt in his pocketing ability. It's when he gets a little quick that the miss comes into play, or the inaccuracy on the cue ball. And he's really staying aggressive here, cross side on the 8. A little surprised at this decision. This is not easy. Yeah. Once again, a little quick. Just because you're trailing 2 games to 0 doesn't mean that you have to stay aggressive. It's one game, one ball at a time. I know he knows that. He's a veteran, world-class player. Of course, if he makes it, hindsight is 20/20. But filler, proving he is human. Surprised he is not looking at the 7. Must feel this ball goes without any issues. It looks like the 5 is a big ball here. Must not be, or he wouldn't be shooting it. He played it short, played it hard again, firmer than I thought. If he rolls that ball, the 9 has a chance to open up and come down. I can't fault him. I'm not at the table. Filler, probably the best on the planet at this straight back. And that is why he just doesn't miss him. He's got a decision to make. Can he see the 5? It does cross to the lower corner, lower left corner. He's going to go with the 7. I'm assuming to the lower left. Yeah, what a pure hit. Never a doubt. So good at the straight back, this young man. Morra with a 2-0 ball lead in this game. Took what I would call a bit of a chance on the 8. Straight back, top right corner, 5 ball. Little short. Hoping Morra keeps it together. He can come back in this match. He's got to use his knowledge as well. Playing the 9 to the cross side. Looks like he's going to hit this with speed. And he's overcooked it just a fraction long to the top point on that middle. Once again, left filler, a clean straight back. Is he going to go forward for the 8? He's overrun at a fraction. Notice His body language, he's a little frustrated. He did have the confidence to go forward for the 8. Look at where he put his finger. Those straight backs must look like 12-inch pockets to him. And he's concerned about the kiss to the top left with the 8 here. It's close. If he's right there, he can cross it without any issues. Once again, recognizing the position of the other balls on the table, further frustrating his opponent. And that's what I felt like Mora could do earlier on in this game. Excuse me, the last game. And that's a clean hit right there. Very clean to pick off the edge of the 2. Keeping filler off of anything easy. Looking to chip off the 4. 4 will end up somewhere down around the 2. Is he considering the straight back on the 4 to the top left? He could just chip the 4 one rail down below the 2 and send the Cuba back up where it's at now. Is he going to play the 4-railer?
Welcome to day 4 of the Derby City.
This is going to be close. This is going to be close. Well, a little body English never hurt. And how about position on the Orange Crush? This is Heartbreak Hotel for Mora. And it is going to sting. Mora is packing. Filler is tracking. That was quick. And it looked to me like Mora responded quite well after the 7-pack that that Filler put together, but it just wasn't in the cards. Do us a favor. Go to YouTube, Railbirds TV, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Until next time, we'll talk to you soon.